Hey friends, this is Lindy back for another tutorial. Today we're talking about printable vinyl. So what I have here is Oracal's Inkjet printable vinyl. This is an indoor-outdoor permanent adhesive vinyl that you can print on with your home inkjet printer. So you can print out all sorts of images and designs and create your own custom vinyl decals, which is what we're going to be doing in today's video. So for this project, of course, you'll need some printable vinyl. So I have the Oracal Inkjet printable vinyl and an inkjet printer, of course. And then one other thing that's important and highly recommended is covering the design that you print with the Oracal UV laminating film. So this is just a clear protective film that you'll put over the printed image after you've printed it to prevent the ink from fading and smearing. So that's the UV laminating film. And then it's a vinyl, so you're going to need your regular vinyl application tool, so your transfer tape and your burnishing tool, and then of course something to apply your vinyl decal to. So I have links in the video description to check out the vinyl and the other supplies that I'm using, so you can check those out. And lastly, before we get started, you can also use printable vinyl with your cutting machines. So like with your Cricut, your Silhouette, your Scan and Cut, but good old-fashioned scissors works great as well, which is what I'll be doing in this tutorial. But if you're interested in checking out some cutting machines, there's a link in the video description to Swing Design, and you can check out all the fun cutting machines they have. So to start out, you're going to need an image or design and your computer. So open up your favorite design software, and this could be any program you can print from. So like I have Silhouette Studio open here, and I'm going to import my design and size it appropriately for my project. And then I'm going to print out these adorable little Christmas animals to make some custom mugs. And if you like the design, then I did put a link in the video description if you want to check those out. Now, before you actually print out the design, you do have a decision to make. Are you going to cut out your design with your cutting machine, or are you just going to use a pair of scissors? Because you may need to add some registration marks or another kind of element that your cutting machine requires in order to cut it out. So I've thrown some tutorial links in the video description about how to set up the print and cut, print then cut, with your Silhouette, your Cricut, your Scan and Cut. But if you're just going to be cutting it out with a pair of scissors, then you can just go ahead and print out your design. So here are the cute Christmas animals printed onto the printable vinyl, and after printing is when I would recommend applying the UV laminating film. And the film comes in the same size as the printable vinyl, 8.5 by 11. And I decided to print, on a full sheet of the printable vinyl, but I have printed on just scraps of the vinyl. So if you're a scrap saver like me, then you can print even on your scraps of the printable vinyl, not just a full sheet. So I linked to a video tutorial where you can check out how I did that. So when applying the UV film, I do find it helpful to have the sheet stuck on a sticky cutting mat so that it lays flat. And then I can essentially apply the UV laminating film with the hinge method by just taking a piece of washi tape and laying it across part of the film to keep it down, and that will act as a hinge so I can pull up one side and then take off the release paper from the laminating film and just cut off part of it, and then use my burnishing tool to lay it right back down, burnishing it really well to get a really smooth application of that film. And then I can go ahead and repeat that same process on the other side. I did find that the sticky mat does keep the printable vinyl laying nice and flat, but it was shifting a little bit while I was laying the film over the vinyl. So you could probably even tape your mat to your work surface so that it wouldn't move at all, and then you can just be really sure that you can get a nice smooth application of that laminating film over the printable vinyl. So now you would have either your cutting machine cut out the vinyl decals, or you can use a pair of scissors like I did and just cut through the printable vinyl. Now that means that you'll be cutting, through the vinyl and through the backing, and you'll end up with, essentially something like a sticker. But if you cut it out with your cutting machine, you can adjust the settings so that it cuts essentially just like regular vinyl, where the blade just goes through the vinyl and doesn't cut all the way through the vinyl backing. But do keep in mind that you do have the addition of that UV laminating film, so you may need to adjust the cut settings from what you would normally use with regular adhesive vinyl in order to cut through that laminating film and through the vinyl. But then, just like a regular vinyl decal, you would essentially do the same thing. You would weed out that excess vinyl. And even if you use a pair of scissors and you've created kind of like this a sticker type of vinyl decal, I'm still going to transfer it onto the surface using transfer tape. So just like you would with regular adhesive vinyl, you're going to cut your transfer tape to fit over your vinyl decal, and apply it just the same as you would. I like to keep the vinyl on the sticky mat, especially a small piece like this, so it stays nice and flat, and then I can get a nice smooth application of the transfer tape. And then with a small cut piece like this, you do have to remove the vinyl backing, and something like a craft knife, which is really a thin blade, is easy to lift up that vinyl backing and peel it off. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that release paper from the UV laminating film, and I'm going to cut it into a couple of strips so that I can put it back onto the back side of the vinyl, and I can use that to help me align the vinyl decal. So I'll put these strips of the release paper with just a small gap going down the middle, and so this will allow me to align the decal onto this mug that I've already gone ahead and wiped down with some alcohol, so it's nice and clean. And I just have a little bit of that vinyl exposed, so it's actually easy to just kind of position it exactly where I want it and reposition it if I need to. And then when I have the vinyl decal exactly where I do want it to be, then I can really press down the vinyl, that exposed vinyl in the middle to stick it down, and then I can lift up one side and release the release paper, and then burnish that side down really, really well, and then repeat the same thing on the other side and take off the transfer tape. And then you've applied your printable vinyl to your surface, and the ink is protected with that UV film covering it, and you've created a really fun custom vinyl decal. So there it is, my friends, printable vinyl. How fun and how cute did these little mugs turn out? If you like these designs, I do have the link in the video description, but just printable vinyl opens up like just a whole new world of possibilities for your vinyl projects. So I have all the links to the supplies that I used in the video description, and I hope you go ahead and give printable vinyl a try because it's a lot of fun. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time, you guys. Bye.